Hey there, Taylor with Prep Talk here. You know, when I was growing up, I was taught that you could fix just about anything with baling wire and duct tape. And I've actually learned through the years that there's a lot of truth to that. And as a result, I actually have quite a bit of duct tape and baling wire in my own storage, in my preps. But I wanted to add one additional thing to that because there's another component that I think could be as equally as important. That is Paracord. Paracord is just an abbreviation for parachute cord, originally designed by the military. You'll also hear it called 550 paracord. The reason it's called 550 is because it's referring to its tensile strength. The way that it's manufactured, that each strand of this has a tensile strength of 550 pounds, which is extraordinary. The reason for that is that it's built with a sheath that has 32 strands of nylon woven and braided. Then inside of it, there's actually 7 additional strands, 2-ply strands of nylon. Now, what's really interesting about this and what makes this kind of a very versatile thing is that you can remove these strands and use them for whatever you would like because it's small enough. Each one of these strands is 2-ply. And so if you wanted to make it even finer, you could use it as thread for sewing. You could use it for fishing line. You could use it for whatever you might need. And all you would have to do basically is just grab it and it pulls right out. And you've got that thread, and then you could, of course, undo the 2 plies that are in there if you decided to. These would be great shoelaces also, but they're with all of the yarn and the cord inside, it makes it a little bulky. And so what you can do is when you get the right length, you can just pull all of the insides out, and then that makes the sheath a lot thinner, and it makes for perfect shoelaces. I mean, these shoelaces, I guarantee you, will never break. And so I'm one that likes to be prepared with plenty and with extra. And so I actually purchased paracord in 1,000-foot spools. And I have several different ones, and depending on the color or the needs that I might have, I just like to have plenty around. And most of these spools, a 1,000-foot spool is going to cost you in the neighborhood of $50-$60. You can also get it in much smaller quantities. I don't know that I'd ever recommend smaller than, this is a 250-foot spool. I don't know that you'd ever want less than that. More is better in my book. And so what I did is I wanted to make sure that all of my emergency backpacks, my bug out bags, as well as all of my car prep kits had plenty of this in hand. But I'm kind of protective about my paracord, and I didn't want to just have spools of it in the car and just randomly cutting off a variety of different lengths depending on what the need might be. So I decided to pre-cut my paracord. And so what I did is that in each one of my bug out bags and each one of our car kits, I have a pouch that has paracord in there, pre-cut to 3 different lengths. And what I've done here is I've simply braided these lengths together just so that it makes it manageable and so it doesn't get tangled. And so what I have here is I have actually 4 25-foot lengths here. Then I have 6 10-foot lengths here and another 6 5-foot lengths. And so each one of my kits has the same amount. And so I'm not randomly cutting off different lengths. If the application I need requires some a distance or length longer than what this is, I just tie 2 of them together. And then when I'm done, I can untie them and use them again and again. So I really think this is an important thing to hold on to. And because it's nylon, whenever you cut an end, you do have to melt the end, or it will fray just terribly. You can use a match or a lighter or you know, a candle, whatever works best for you. But anyway, I'd strongly recommend that you have some paracord in your supplies, along with some duct tape and baling wire. That wouldn't be bad. So until next time, take care.